Hello there everybody, you're the audience. My name is Supersonic Blur and welcome back to part 3 of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Last time we finished off the professor's side of things to start off the game, and now we're taking on Espella's journey aboard that ship, and doesn't look like it's going great, does it now?
Who's there? Is somebody there?
I swear I know that voice actor as well. I swear I know them from something. They sound really familiar to me. Now we've got here.
Hey, what are you doing?
I swear I know them. It bugs me every time because I feel like I know them. But here we are. Something kind of bad. And of all the people it is, it's Espella. Well, that's not great. And unfortunately as well, with the Professor and Luke finding themselves, well, by the looks of it, isekai'd into the book, we got a bit of a problem. So now we'll start the English Turnabout for the prologue. I'm feeling queasy. Come on, Nick. It's just like I said. Oh, Maya. What do you mean? You're such a worrywart. I knew you'd get all jittery before the trial. It's not like that. It's just, I didn't expect to have to stand in a foreign court and all. Yeah, we don't know much about the court system here. Trust me, I don't know anything about it either, so you'll be fine! You'll be fine. The Legal League of Attorneys would like this to be an exemplary case. So that'd make you an exemplary attorney. I hope you don't infect any British lawyers with your nervous attitude. Oh, you're making it sound like I'm a virus or something. Ixnay on the VA, Actually, I probably shouldn't cough. It's probably not a good idea. My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm a defense attorney. Don't expect me to be able to hold this with a decent American accent. I suck at them. And this is Maya Fey, my, assistant of sorts. Of sorts? I guess I should explain why she dresses up like that. But it's a long story, and we don't have the time. I kind of like this, and I kind of don't. Like, they skim over Maya a fair bit. Maya's just sort of there. They don't ever mention much about her spirit medium side of things. But I think that's partly in part due to sort of the worlds these two come from. Is Phoenix Wright bends the rules just a little bit more about things that end up happening, like America's a lot more, you've got sort of the Japanifornia side of things, you've got the spirit medium stuff, that's all kind of there. Whereas Professor Layton's stuff really leans more towards the sciencey side of things, so they're trying to sort of mix the two as best they can. But we've come to England on the Legal League of Attorneys exchange. I'm acting as a representative of the American Legal League. You know, they probably sent you because you don't ever seem to be busy. Well, we weren't supposed to stand in court, so we thought it'd be like a vacation. But here we are. As usual, we've been dragged into a strange case. Hey, Nick, so what do you suppose this trial's all about? Oh, what if it's this? Look, check out today's newspaper. Well, Inspector Chelmy on the front. Elusive jewel thieves at large in London. Scotland Yard on red alert. Wouldn't that be cool? Don't get your hopes up. We're here on an exchange. It should be a simple textbook trial. I will say the text seems slightly slow. Really? London's a big city. What are the odds of us getting a case like that? Foreshadowing. Well, that's boring.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
See, this is the reason why I'm... Ugh.
How do you do? I am Miss Darklaw, teacher at the Alcott School for Young Women. Espella, this man is your defense lawyer.
But this is a nice touch. It's like, oh hey, now Espella's just here, and it's Espella, and it's like, what's going on? See, again, we have that dramatic irony.
Pleased to meet you.
Like, there's, you know, like, we know there's something up, but we can't really do much with it. And then we're like, oh, this Dark Law, how do, you know, what's going on there? Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Pleased to meet you. I'm Phoenix Wright, your attorney. Pleased to meet you. What's with this girl? Can she hear me? Is this girl the defendant in today's case? I mean, if you're her attorney... Christ, Phoenix. Yes, that's how that works. That is correct. She is the pupil I'd like you to represent. She's pleading guilty, so there's not much you need to do. Pleading guilty? I suggest you accept the punishment proposed by the prosecution. What? What kind of request is that? Espella, what are you accused of? Have you not received the case materials? No, we haven't. And we weren't told anything either. My. Forgive me for this oversight. Here, this is the case file. Attorney! Defendant! The court hearing will begin now. Please proceed to the courtroom. Well then, I entrust Espella to you. That's... wait, what? No way. I didn't even get a chance to read through the case file. See what I mean? It's like, I'm reading this and it's like, it just takes too long. Espella, please be a good girl and don't cause any trouble. And then we just get this sort of... Huh? Did she just mumble something?
I'm not a witch.
Yeah, this is where things get weird. Espella? What did you just say? Chop chop, defense! Let's not keep everyone waiting. Yeah. So already we've got that nice little hook in. And it's all really, I really like this. I like as well how every time there is a nice reason for Phoenix not being quite so up to snuff with things. In this case, it's just, hey, you're here from the Legal League of Attorneys. You just kind of got dropped in on this. So it makes sense that you just kind of get picked off from this side of stuff. And it's a new legal system, so it might be different. So you can, they find nice ways of tutorializing everything without just... making it a tutorial or making it feel like a tutorial the whole time. Admittedly, 3 of the Phoenix Wright games have literally just been, hey, here's, I'm new at being an attorney, so let's just go through with that, pretty much. And, let's see, what, 2 of them, if you want to include this game, go with the concept of, it's a, you're in a foreign court, so the court system might be different, so that's kind of fun. But as always, I've got no idea what's going to happen.
All right, let's do it, Nick.
Maya, now's not the time for that. Oh, head on into court. Yes, fair enough. I get you. So yeah, I like that. I do like this. I like the court as well. It feels pretty decent in this.
Court is now in session.
Oh, good. Now I get to do this kind of voice for this man.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Yes. This one is also going to be fun.
How about the defense? Are you ready?
Yes. Well, I guess you could call it ready, Your Honor.
Great start. I like as well. They put a U in honor. I like that. I do like that. It's fun.
First appearance in a British court.
Yes.
Well, yes, that's right.
The Legal League of Attorneys Exchange, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like fun.
It's been okay. Bit of a trip.
You're enjoying the sights. You can take it easy today. Don't worry, Prosecutor...
I love that. I love the fact he rolls his R. Prosecutor Finch will take care of everything.
He's treating us like amateurs. amateurs, Nick.
Oh boy, this looks bad. Can you really defend this girl?
I will say, I do like Phoenix's voice in this game. I know it's different. I'm pretty sure it's different from... Yeah, it is different from the other games. But, you know, I think it blends quite nicely.
Ah, I see. Well, since this is your first case here, I will ask you a few simple questions to make sure we're all on the same page.
Oh, yes. That's fine by me. Damn it. Time to sink or swim.
Answer my questions then, Mr. Wright. What is the name of the defendant?
That would be, Isabella. Well, that would be Isabella Cantabella, Your Honor.
That is correct.
Phew. Well, that's the first hurdle. I see you're terribly proud of yourself for answering that basic question.
Let's move on to the next question. What is the nature of the offense?
What crime is Isabella accused of? You know, Isabella seems like such a timid girl. You think it's something minor, like shoplifting? Maybe. I wouldn't call it minor, though. It can't be anything major, like that large-scale jewel thief.
Please answer the question. Can you name the two offenses?
Did he just say two? Nick, think! What other petty offense could it be? I don't know! I'm clueless about this case. We weren't told anything about it at all. My, could it be that our esteemed visitor left his common sense back home? Wait, what? All the evidence is in the court record. You haven't forgotten that, have you? That's it, the court record. Righto, that's what you always refer to. The court record. Touch the court record icon. Yep, and we can always have a look at here. So yes, we have charges, theft and assault. Note, inflicted some light injuries. And the medical report, light injury, a laceration to the back of the head, hit with a long, blunt object. So that's what we've got there. Yeah, it just slipped my mind. Must be the nerves, and the jet lag, and the food. Everything's battered. Why is everything battered here? Still don't get that. Okay, well, let's check it out. Yep, already done it. The court record holds all the evidence from this case. I'd better take a look.
Right, defense, you've had enough time to ponder my question. What is Miss Cantabella accused of?
That would be theft and assault. Well, according to the case outline, it was theft and assault. Indeed. What disgusting crimes.
Is that correct, defendant?
Yes. No kidding. She doesn't look like a violent girl. At least, not to me. I'm gonna check the menu just a sec, see if there's anything in the settings real quick. Just in case there's like a text speed. No, it's just that. It's a little unfortunate, but that's fine. We can always work around that. I do like as well how in the menu, though, you've got mysteries and options. They change those out. That's kind of cool. I like that. But yeah.
Now that that's settled, Prosecutor Flinch, please briefly outline the case for the court.
Yes, Your Honor. Gonna flip back between these voices is gonna be difficult, but I'll be fine with it. I'll be fine. The incident took place on a small freighter moored at the harbour on the River Thames. The freighter was carrying goods away from London. The defendant illegally boarded the ship and tried to steal some of its cargo. Also, Flinch is going to end up as Monokuma. I'm just gonna let you know now. That is gonna end up happening. But she was discovered by a crew member and captured by the ship's security guard. So, she was caught red-handed.
And she violently resisted when found by the crew member?
Violently resisted.
Indeed, she picked up a steel pipe and hit the crew member on the head.
Sounds pretty vicious to me. So that's the assault she's accused of. And what did the offendant attempt to steal from the freighter?
A stuffed toy, Your Honor. It's the Metropolitan Police mascot, PC Badger.
Oh, PC Badger, please don't start moving.
Oh, Nick! I want one!
I see that mascot made a career for itself in England. Who'd have thought, huh? Yes, PC Badger. Oh, PC Badger. What a catastrophe that is. I hope to never see that thing's stinking face again. Well, I think we all have a clear picture of the incident now. The prosecution may begin.
The prosecution calls its first witness. Please bring him in.
There's something fishy about this trial. And there's something even fishier about my client. There isn't an ounce of expression on her face. I'd better keep my eyes wide open. And now we get the best character of this trial.
Witness, state your name and profession.
I like every R is rolled slightly. Yes.
A ship is always a risk at every hour, minute, and second. That's where I come in. I am a peacekeeper, the one and only guardian to an otherwise defenseless ship.
I fucking love Johnny Smiles. I must say the hair's pretty sweet though.
The name Smiles. Johnny Smiles. Security Guard Supreme.
Yeah, and that's Johnny Smiles. As for the voice, it's going to be something like this. Why? Because that's the best that I can think of. He's trying to sound more professional.
Yes. According to the police report, the witness was patrolling the freighter on the night of the crime.
Yeah, I was. Patrolling the freighter, and my expertly trained eyes leave nothing unseen. I'll go blind if he keeps smiling like that. Very well, Mr. Smiles. We would like to hear your testimony, please. Describe what happened during your night patrol. Yes, sir. Johnny Smiles will reveal all. Ugh, he's such a pretentious douche. I love it. It's great. It's the perfect first witness. It just works perfectly. That night, I went to patrol as usual. ZZZO. My keen ears latched onto some suspicious noises coming from the cargo hold. I sprinted at full speed to the cargo hold, but I was too late to stop the blow. The next moment, I captured the criminal, expertly. Within seconds, I had established there was nothing out of the order at the crime scene. Well, as with all first cases, only the points that have actual presented factual information in them are relevant. And so, the woman you arrested was... It was the defendant, Isabella Cantabella, sir.
And as per standard patrolling procedure, all lights were on and you saw her clearly. Is that correct, Mr. Smiles?
Yes, sir. I am an expert after all. Huh? Is it just me, or did he hesitate before saying that? The defense may cross-examine the witness. See, this is the other nice thing as well that they do where, with the first cases and things, it's you have that dramatic irony to some of the things. With this, so for this, we know the lights weren't on. We had it was a red light. He was wearing sunglasses. He used his torch to see. We know the lights weren't on. Obviously, now we've got to go around and pull that information out so Phoenix can do it. It's a double-edged sword having this kind of stuff, which is unfortunate at the best of times. Yes, sir. Oh, God, I'm starting to talk like that guy now.
Let us see how skilled our visiting barrister is.
Yes. By the way, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Our cross-examination procedure should be the same as anywhere else.
But just in case, would you like to have it explained to you?
Cross-examination procedure. Should I ask for an explanation? No, there's no need. There's no need. No, I'm good. No, thank you. I'm fine. I press the witness on all suspicious statements to gather information. And when there's a contradiction, I just present evidence like I always do. Okay, let's do it, Nick!
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
So we've got our first bit of cross-examination to do. There's a couple on the first ones that are important. So at this point, this is the way that I find it best to work with these is find the facts and the facts and the fluff. So this one's got a fact. I went on patrol as usual. That's a fact. My keen ears latched onto some suspicious noises coming from the cargo hold. That's fluff. He's just saying my keen ears latched onto something. That's fluff. I sprinted at full speed to the cargo hold, but was too late to stop the blow. That has got a fact in it. Was too late to stop the blow. The rest feels a bit fluffy. So the thing is, you want just the facts on it. The next moment, I captured the criminal expertly. Fact, but also a bit fluffy. Within seconds, I had established there was nothing out of the order at the crime scene. That, too, is also fact. So because of that, the best thing to do, when in doubt, press everything. But the first thing that I suggest is always look for the facts and the sort of fluff. And there's one there. What's ZZZO? Ah, that's right. It's not something you'd know, not being a security professional. That's our special jargon. It's how we talk about the time in our trade. Let me get this straight, Mr. Professional. You're using letters to tell the time. See, ZZZO stands for 2220, which is 10:20 p.m. Right, so 10:20 p.m. That's very accurate. How can you be so sure about the time? Well, that's when the TV show I always watch in the security room ends. TV show? I meant to do the rounds at 10 p.m., but for a pro like me, it's just a guideline. That doesn't sound very professional. Anyway, I was patrolling the ship like I do every night. See, there you go. Your Honor, may I?
What is it, Prosecutor Flinch?
I would like to get the events straight while referring to this crime scene photo. The defendant and the crew member were fighting in the back of the cargo hold. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. They were fighting right under that emergency light. Some items are spilling out of the broken crate.
Indeed, that crate was broken by the defendant with a steel pipe. Incidentally, the items we can see spilling out are stuffed toys depicting London's own police mascot, PC Badger.
I see. The crime scene photo shall be added to the court record. For some reason we didn't have this already in the court record where the evidence would be relevant. The witness may continue his testimony.
See, now we've got more evidence. Now we can look at that. So, the other nice thing as well that they did for this one is you've got hints. You can use hint coins in them as well, which is kind of useful. So for now, let's have a look at this crime scene photo. I want to have a look at some of the details on it. So as you can see, we've got the broken crate, we've got a pair of shoes, a steel pipe. Nothing seems too out of the ordinary. I would agree with Johnny Smiles. I mean, I assumed that they checked that open box and saw that there was nothing out of the ordinary there. So that's totally what they mean. Should probably check with them though, shouldn't we? So yes, after this point, they mentioned that they captured the criminal expertly. That's fine. Within seconds, they established that there was nothing out of the ordinary at the crime scene. I'm not so sure that's true, so let's just double check with them. Are you sure you didn't notice anything unusual about the cargo hold? Not a thing. Well, aside from the defendant swinging that pipe around, could someone else have been hiding in that room?
The security guard patrolling the freighter is responsible for checking every corner. He would have spotted an intruder right away. Isn't that so, witness?
Yes. I carry my trusty pocket torch for precisely such a task. I'd have noticed anything suspicious in an instant. What is it, Maya? I was just looking at the evidence in the court record, and I get the feeling there's something funny about this testimony. You're saying that there's a contradiction? Yes, there is. So yeah, that's all he has to say. Well, Nick, what do you think? We managed to get our hands on some new evidence, but pressing alone can only get us so far. Yeah, so now it's time to present some evidence. I always like doing, as well. I wish at any point during pressing a statement, you could throw in, like, an objection to something, because, on this one, like, when he's mentioning, like, oh, I didn't see anyone, you should be able to jump in and object to that, and be like, haha, we got that, but it's kind of a bit rigid, but it's something that the game's always gonna do. So that's fine. And yes, they're just going on about how, hey, present evidence. Now there is the one thing that the Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice did is they had the little bar so you could see which statement you were on. So useful. It's like the only unfortunate thing that you don't get. But yes, now that you've established there's nothing off with the crime scene, let's present. You're saying that there was nothing out of the ordinary in the cargo hold? Well, that's a bit funny. Huh? The point is, one of the crates in the cargo hold appears to have been tampered with.
Ah, that! The defendant must have smashed it. With the pipe? Nothing odd about that.
Please take a look at the crime scene photo. There's this broken crate where the fight took place, but also, yeah, there's another crate here that seems to have some kind of There's another crate here that seems kind of strange, don't you think? This crate, sitting quite a distance from where the fight took place, appears to have been forced open. Isn't this the sort of thing a security guard should immediately notice? You testified that you established there was nothing out of order at the crime scene. So how come you didn't notice something so obvious? Yeah. Bum bum bum. Yes. Order! 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 That's quite a serious oversight. Particularly for someone claiming to be an expert.
Whether the witness is an expert or not bears no relevance to this case. What matters is he saw the defendant hit the victim with a steel pipe.
Ah. What you just said, I'm afraid I can't let that slide.
Excuse me?
I am an expert guard, focused, thorough, precise, a true professional. To prove it, I will testify once more. You're all dying to know why I ignored that obvious crate, huh?
What?
Very well, the witness shall continue his testimony. What excuse do you think he'll come up with, Nick? Who knows, Maya, but I've got a bad feeling about this. What did he actually see? It's a good question and I don't know the answer. No, I do know the answer. I kind of remember this case. I don't remember a lot of the other ones, but I remember this one. It's only natural that I missed the other crate. The lights on the cargo hold weren't on. But of course I had this. The guard's best friend is his trusty pocket torch. The emergency light was on mine, so it wasn't so dark I couldn't see. I saw that girl stand right in front of the crew member as she attacked. There was no one else in that room. You have Johnny's word for it. So aside from the fact that already... Wait, what? But...
Wait a moment. The security company claims that the lights were on during the patrol.
Yes. That's the official procedure, you see. But those light controls... Well, it could be such a pain in the, Wait, no, that's not what I mean. I mean... The truth is, an expert like me doesn't need those lights to do his work. Not when I've got this. The focused beam of my trusty torch cuts through the darkness like a laser. The witness will refrain from pointing the torch in this direction. Justice may be blind, but I'd rather not be. Oops, sorry, Your Honor. This trusty torch shall be added to the court record as evidence. I want to know the looms on this thing to see a rough idea of how bright it can illuminate the area.
Ew, what is that?
What is it, Your Honor?
It's... this pocket torch is covered in something sticky.
Ah. It seems my sweet little buddy's been up to some mischief.
Sweet little buddy? Do you mean your chocolate?
Johnny left sticky fingerprints all over his flashlight. Ugh, don't look at me, I'm not touching it.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Alrighty then, Johnny. Let's see how things are going for you, because right now, it's not looking great. Phoenix could pretty much just turn around and say, yeah, the lights were off, there's been a bunch of lying. We can't turn around and take this. This is just inadmissible. This case falls apart the moment that the premise has been called into question. It's only natural that I missed the other crate. The lights in the cargo hold weren't on. But of course I had this, a guard's best friend, his trusty pocket torch. The emergency lights were on, so it couldn't so dark that I saw the girl standing right in front of the crew member as she attacked. Now that's very interesting, because remember what we had a look at the beginning? We saw that there was, if we have a look at the details, there was a light injury to the back of the head. So he saw the girl stand right in front of the crew member as she attacked. Interesting. And you saw that clearly. Yes, I got there, opened the door, and then BAM! That's when it happened. I felt it in my shades. They spoke to me. Johnny, you're looking at a crime here. Huh? Wait a second. You were wearing sunglasses? Yeah, what's a security guard without a pair of shades? These babies are a part, they're a part of me. I love the hat.
Witness, you were patrolling the freighter with sunglasses on?
Of course I was. Whatever I do it with style. It's a bit of vanity. Is a bit of vanity a crime? Don't you wear your specs for the same reason?
Vanity? I wear them because I'm short-sighted, I'll have you know.
You've got that right, Flinch. So, Johnny had sunglasses on in a dimly lit room. Do you think he actually managed to see anything? Nick, check the court record. There might be a contradiction in Johnny's testimony. Yeah, good idea. So there might be a contradiction here? Witness, continue your testimony. See, at this point, you just throw it out. It's just, this guy's an arse and an idiot. Get him out of here. So yeah, there's no one in the room for it. But here, we can present the medical report. You're sure the defendant was standing right in front of the crew member? Absolutely. They were facing each other the entire time. Well, that's weird, because it clearly contradicts this evidence.
What? What do you mean?
According to the victim's medical report, the blow was dealt to the back of the head. The back of the head? Do you understand now? If they were facing each other, there's no way the victim could have been hit from behind. Yes, sir.
Objection! It seems that you don't have the updated autopsy report. There were 2 lacerations, one to the back and the front of the head.
Witness, can you offer an explanation for this contradiction?
Yes, explain yourself. It's the first I'm hearing of this too.
Yes, sir, it's strange, isn't it? I'm totally sure that they were fighting face to face. I'd swear it on this melting chocolate bar on it. Oh, it doesn't look like he's lying, but then... Hey, Nick, look at me a sec.
Christ, Maya, what are you doing?
Ow! I was just checking if I could hit the back of your head while you were facing me.
No, you... no, I have a headache.
This case wasn't giving me 144, now it certainly is. It doesn't seem doable, especially for someone as vertically challenged as me. How about you keep your dangerous little experiments inside that head of yours, Maya? I kinda like living, thanks. Well, at least we've learned a couple of important things. Also, Maya, where did you get that pipe from? I don't know, I just found it under the bench here. Oh, good. First, this witness is unreliable, and second, the prosecution didn't investigate this case properly. If my gut feeling is right on this, then there's much more to this case than meets the eye. It's a transformer. Now's my chance. What should I do? Plead not guilty. Your Honor, the defense asserts once more that the defendant Espella Cantabella is innocent. What?
This is foolishness.
Yeah.
Just who do you think you are, and anyway? Waltzing in here with your ridiculous assumptions? Balderdash, I say! This is not how it was supposed to be!
Huh? What did he just say? Not how it was supposed to be? In light of this new development, the court's opinion is that the defendant is now no way cleared of suspicion. However, the witness's testimony has been proven unreliable. That's more like it. Looks like I'm starting to win over the judge.
Don't forget that the defendant admits all the charges. Surely her guilt is beyond doubt.
The defendant is just a schoolgirl. You can't go on her confession alone. So far, we have established only one thing. That Mr. Smiles is neither an expert nor even a reliable witness. He does, however. What do you want now, Mr. Smiles? In my long 6-month career as a security guard, never have my professionalism and expertise been questioned. Isn't 6 months barely past the probation period? You're saying Goldilocks there is innocent? In other words, that she didn't assault anyone? And that she didn't steal this toy? Is that so, Mr. Lawyer? Yes, at least we have yet to see any proof that she tried to steal it. I got you there. Huh? What? Got me how? I have a decisive piece of evidence. Ha! Ha! The proof that that girl was trying to kidnap PC Badger.
What? You do?
Even Flinch is shocked. When I seized the girl at the crime scene, she was clasping this in her hand. She didn't even seem to notice. And what would that be?
It would appear to be one of PC Badger's tags, Your Honor. Now that you mention it, this mascot does have some sort of ill-fitting tag attached. What is this engraved on the tag? Is that an address? Oh, you mean there's an address written on there?
It would appear to be Scotland Yard's and their telephone number. It is Scotland Yard's mascot, after all.
This tag, it's been ripped off from one of PC Badger's toys?
Yes, sir. The suspect was caught in the act of nicking this very toy. The tag was ripped off during the fight. But what? Then this tag is... We'll have to, what we have here is the decisive evidence that she was trying to steal the cargo. No way! I wasn't expecting evidence like that.
Witness, I was never informed of such evidence. If you had this in your possession, why didn't you hand it in to the police?
Sorry, Mr. Prosecutor. I am an expert at what I do. And my expert advice to myself was that I'd better keep this as my secret weapon. So I waited for the right moment to single-handedly settle this trial. Looks like Flinch and I are both in the uncharted waters now. This tag is vital evidence, and it will be added to the court record immediately. Why are we adding this to the court record? Like, come on. Ha! Christ on a bike, mate.
Defense? Mr. Wright, was it?
Yes, Prosecutor Flinch?
Your appearance in this court was a very hastily decided affair.
That's true. That call from the Attorneys Association came kinda out of nowhere.
Perhaps in all the confusion, the request from your client escaped your attention? Were you not instructed to accept the sentence proposed by the prosecution?
Come to think of it, Miss Darkler did say something about that before the trial. Yeah, she kinda did, didn't she? She's pleading guilty, so there's not much you need to do. I suggest you accept the punishment proposed by the prosecution.
That's what you were asked to do. You have convinced us all of your skill, so your good name will not suffer. Why not simply admit the defendant is guilty and call it a day,
Yeah. See, what's been noticed here is Flinch is looking at this going, shit, this guy is stirring the pot enough to where I'm uncomfortable and unsure what the hell is actually going on. If I can just cinch it out, finish the case, give him the option of saying, well, no one's going to be worried about you, everything's going to be fine, just accept the case now, you've shown your skill, he can get off with it. He is concerned about what would happen if we keep it going.
What do you say to that, Mr. Wright?
Depending on your stance on this matter, the court may now pass the verdict. My stance? That's something that I don't even need to think about. Continue the trial. The defense requests that the trial continue.
What?
The defense stands by its assertion that Isabella Cantabella is not guilty.
Very well, Mr. Wright. If that's your desire, then I too have a request to make. Your Honor.
Yes, Prosecutor Flinch.
The prosecution calls for its second witness.
Huh? Hey, wait a second, what about me? Come on, guys, don't forget about Johnny. Let me start over from the top. No detail omitted.
I suggest you leave the witness stand and go back to witnessing your crimes on television.
Yes. Yes, And that. I believe a break is in order. You know what, Judge? I think you are indeed correct. The court will now adjourn for a 15-minute break. Mr. Flinch, prepare your witness. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defense has no objections. Looks like Flinch finally got serious about this case. And that means the real game starts now. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end off this episode for now. And a perfect to be continued because, well, it is to be continued and will be done so in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching along with this case so far. If you do want to see more, then of course let me know with comments, likes, all that good stuff. But for now, everyone, my name has been Supersonic Blur. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more, and to share this stuff so people know it exists. You guys have been a fantastic audience, and I shall see you all next time.